In DC, they call me Mo.
I'm just a young nigga who be out here on the
Calvin is Calvin. You know what I mean? I got Calvin tatted on me. Calvin ain't going nowhere.
Damn. Tank was the first one in the gym, the last one out the gym. Tank used to sit on the ring like this and watch me train him.
How old is he at this point?
He was like 7, 8.
Okay.
A lot of stuff that I was giving my son was giving it to Tank. So it was a perfect fit. The Tank was like the family, you know what I'm saying? And he used to sit at the table because I had another kid named Ramon Manning. He liked to play with them guns, you know what I'm saying? And when I lost him, I was hurt because that was my first time losing him.
Davis developed from a tough beginning to become one of boxing's most formidable prospects under the supervision of Calvin Ford. Davis sharpened his abilities at the Upton Boxing Center, achieving an excellent amateur record of 22-15. Becoming professional at 18, he rapidly got notoriety for his power and agility, securing many world championships in different weight classes under Ford's supervision.
I know Calvin for CCO. I know Calvin, you know what I mean? I don't know. Calvin is pops. He ain't going nowhere. I got that nigga tatted on me. This shit life. Loyalty over everything. It's just, you know?
She's a bottom of a nigga. I swear this shit can get with.
Davis thrived as an amateur boxer, collecting an amazing record of 221 victories and only 5 losses. This achievement prepared the scene for his transition to professional boxing in 2013. Davis soon built a reputation for himself with his explosive power, earning early knockouts and drawing parallels to legends like Mike Tyson. Davis's professional career has been nothing short of extraordinary. As of 2024, he owns an undefeated record and has won world titles across many weight classes.
Remember, I said, Tank, my money running out. He just looked at me and said, believe in me, coach. Believe. That's what did it.
When he said that, that's...
It's still...
Damn.
I don't hear Tank as the day. I hear Tank as that little boy. Believe in me, coach. And he came in the gym one day and he said, Coach, I seen it. I said, what you seen? I had all the belts on me. He said, I'm gonna be that dude. The rest is history.
Including super featherweight, lightweight, and super lightweight. His pay-per-view bouts against high-profile opponents like Ryan Garcia and Leo Santa Cruz reinforced his standing as one of boxing's biggest stars. Calvin Ford, a recognized figure in the boxing world, is known for his passion for cultivating fresh talent in Baltimore. His mentorship of Davis began when Davis was just 7 years old, providing not only boxing training but also guidance and support amidst the challenges of inner-city life. Ford's influence was instrumental in shaping Davis's career, both inside and outside the ring. Ford's coaching style is rooted in a deep understanding of the sweet science of boxing. He emphasized technical precision, footwork, and defensive skills, which complemented Davis's natural power and athleticism. Their teamwork was a perfect synergy of raw brilliance and strategic mastery. Calvin Ford's influence on Davis extended far beyond the boxing ring. A former felon who changed his life around, Ford became a cornerstone of the Baltimore community.
Tank, when you first met Calvin, the first time you met him, what do you remember at age 7?
When I met him, I think he brushed me off because he had a fight on. He had a fight on right there. I think he brushed me off.
He was a baby.
I was a baby.
He was a baby. No, but guess what? When he got around me, how did that treat you?
Yeah.
He used to be in the gym, and man, I still hear screaming voice in my head.
Yeah, we was all kids. Like everybody that came up with us is still with us. We came up like kids. Even Coach Kenny been around for a while. This the coach that I was telling you about. Like all the fighters that came before me, and I watched them cuss, even me. But I watched them cuss a lot of fighters out and tell them about the streets. And
using boxing as a method to lead young people away from crime. His tale was even the inspiration for the character Dennis Cuddy Smart in the popular TV series The Wire for Davis. Ford was more than a trainer. He was a guiding force, who gave structure and discipline throughout a chaotic upbringing. Ford's conviction in Davis's talent was strong, and he played a crucial part in developing him into a world champion. Calvin Ford's influence on Gervonta Davis went much beyond the typical trainer role. In many ways, Ford functioned as a surrogate father for Davis, who grew up without a strong paternal presence. Ford gave discipline and security during a tumultuous upbringing, helping Davis negotiate a career filled with hurdles from poverty, and the link they shared was deeply personal, built on a similar knowledge of struggle. Ford often spoke about how his own experiences in prison shaped his approach to mentoring young men like David.
Being five-time world champion, superstar boxer, was widely acknowledged as the face of the sport of boxing, if not one of the faces. His longtime trainer, mentor, big brother, uncle, father figure, and Coach Calvin Ford. Now we know Coach Calvin Ford has been arrested recently. Over the past week, he has been arrested. And now more details are surfacing as he's still detained. And Coach Calvin is in some very hot water, according to these accusations, allegedly. So he's been detained, he's been arrested, and he's been in jail ever since. And you hear his partner, longtime partner, training partner, and his assistant trainer, Coach Kenny Ellis, and his fighters, you know, they keep saying free Coach Calvin, so on and so forth.
The split from Ford.
As Davis matured, his relationship with Ford naturally evolved. The dynamic shifted from one of strict mentorship to a more collaborative partnership. However, as Davis's career progressed, it became increasingly clear that their visions for the future were diverging. This is a common phenomenon in sports, where the pressures of success can sometimes strain even the strongest relationships. Davis's decision to part ways with Ford may be seen as an attempt to assert his independence and take full control of his career. While the split is bittersweet, it also represents an opportunity for Davis to step into a new phase of.
I know a guy that you always said we gave him that star. I know you want to take it away. He got upset. His thoughts on Pitbull Raya. What's your thoughts on that one? It still could be made. I think it's still marketable. Because some people say that Pitbull won. They're saying that it was a robbery.
No, the guy clearly beat Pitbull. Pitbull knows it. Man, it took a little bit fire out of it. You know what I'm saying? You know, again, Pitbull had a nice little run doing what he's doing, you know. So right now we just figure it out. Who's next?
Do it after the fire that Tank might go up and get the 140 strap against Ryo.
Like I said, anything is
personal and professional growth. In early January 2024, reports surfaced that Calvin Ford had been arrested on charges of assault with a deadly weapon in Nevada. According to TalkSport, Ford was taken into jail by Baltimore police and was awaiting transfer to Nevada to face the charges following Ford's detention. Gervonta Davis declared a professional break from his longtime trainer. Reem acknowledged his respect for Ford, but underlined the necessity to focus on his job and personal progress during this moment. He remarked, "I've always appreciated Calvin and everything he's done for my career, but at the end of the day, I have to do what's best for me and my team." The break from Ford signifies a big milestone in Davis's career, yet the entire consequence.
Before I go see Tank, I gotta get shots in my hands. Now I gotta make sure my hands is right, because I don't dumb him down with his punches. I let him do it. You know what I'm saying? And he gets up, you all right? You all right? Yeah, nigga, work. I just feel sorry for the guys that really push the button. Martin pushed the button. Y'all see how?
Remains to be known, Davis has shown confidence in his abilities to maintain his success in the ring. He is focused on his next contest and is motivated to maintain his place as one of boxing's best competitors. The professional breakup between Gervonta Davis and Calvin Ford symbolizes the end of a key chapter in both their careers. As Davis continues his journey in boxing, the influence of Ford's coaching will remain a big part of his career. The boxing community will undoubtedly watch closely to see how this development affects Davis's future performances and career trajectory, even without Davis. Calvin Ford remains a vital influence in the boxing world at the Upton Boxing Center. He continues to train with young fighters, many of whom consider him as a role model and father figure. Ford's ability to develop raw talent into championship caliber players is a credit to his skill and dedication as a trainer. Ford's current legal troubles provide a substantial impediment, but they are unlikely to define his legacy. His tale is one of redemption, and many in the boxing world believe he will overcome this newest hurdle. Ford's resilience and constant commitment to his fighters ensure that his influence on the sport is tremendous.
He was a young kid, came up to me when he was a kid, wanted an autograph. I signed his phone for him and told him, "You'll be world champion someday, and I'll be your promoter." Years later, he was working with some people from our team, because our team is huge. We got guys in DC, Baltimore, Philly, New York, all around. He won a few fights. I think he was like 8 or 9-0. I told him, in under 24 months, you'll be world champion. Made the right moves, put him in the right position. He's a multi-millionaire now.
Absolutely.
He was a kid that couldn't even buy a bus ticket. Now he's a multi.
What are your opinions on Gervonta Davis and Calvin Ford's split? Do you believe this is the appropriate step for Davis's career, or will the absence of Ford's tutelage create issues in the ring? Let us know your perspective in the comments below.